Hello students, in the last video we have seen how we can dynamically initialize an array. So the logical part we have seen, now let's see the programming, how we'll do it in C program. Okay, so I've already written the program, so I will explain it here. So see, first we'll take I as the counter, right? This will be the counter variable, right? This will be the counter variable. This is the array where we have initialized, that means the array name will be name. The maximum elements it can enter is 100, and with which type of variable it will enter or elements it will consist of character. Okay, now see another variable I have used, size, right? So what does this variable do? See, in the last video I have discussed what, that you can either fill the up to the whole size of the array or to some specific size which is less than the maximum size of the array, right? You can, so that means what, if the maximum size is 100, it doesn't mean that you have to enter the 100 elements. Okay, you can enter one element, two element, three element, but condition is it should not access the maximum element, right? So how much elements we need, I will basically allow the user to decide. So say, as I am using name, say my name has 7 letters. Say someone named Rahul will be have what, 5 letters. Someone named someone having 6 or 10 letters of name. So every user will have different letters, right? Number of letters of name. So user, so this variable will allow the user to select the size based on that. Say I have 7 letters in my name, then I will select how much size. I will select 7. Say Rahul, someone named Rahul will select what size. Someone named Rahul will select 5, right? For him the size will be 5. So similarly it will vary from person to person, right? So for that I am using another variable which by which the user can constraint or make constraint of the size of the array by themselves. Okay, simple as that. Now let's move to the next line. What we will say, I will ask the user to enter the size of the array, that means how much size he wants. Okay, how much size or how much space he wants or how many elements he wants to store, that I will ask the user to enter. See, remember this value cannot access 100. Okay, it should be less than or equal to 100 always, because 100 is the maximum, you cannot access that. Okay, if I have given 200, 200 would be the maximum. If I have given here 10, 10 would be the maximum. So whatever the user enters the size, it will be saved in this variable size like normally we do. Okay, then we'll tell what, enter the elements of the array. Now I will ask the user to enter the elements. Okay, so how we enter the elements, look nicely. So in the last video we have discussed what, we'll use a counter I. So we are using a counter I which starts from where, 0. Why? Because this I is indicating what, this I is indicating the index value of the array. So index value always starts from what, always starts from 0. That's why I am initializing the value of I as 0, and this index value will go at what, maximum. The maximum index value will always be the size minus 1, right? So I will start the counter from 0 and it will go up to size minus 1. And which increment it will use, it will use I plus plus. That means after every state, after every step, how much the value of I will increase, the value of I will increase by 1. That means at the beginning the value of I will be 0, next the value of I will be 1, next the value of I will be 2. So it will continue up to size minus 1, right? So then again we'll scan. So scanf means whatever the value user is entering, that will store in this variable. So as in the static initializing way, we have discussed why we use percentage s. So you can view my that video. Okay. So how this iteration will work, in the last video we have discussed at the beginning I value will be 0. So whatever the user enters, say user enter a, so a will be stored where, name array, in which array, in array name, and in which index number. At the beginning I value is 0, so in the index number 0, right? So when it is closed, I will be incremented by 1. So next whatever the user enters, say user enters b, it will be stored where in the array name, whose index number is 1, right? So the user enters c, now i's value becomes 2, I plus plus, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So next c is entered in index value 2 of array name. So it will keep on continuing up to whichever size the user has entered minus 1. Okay, and then at last I have printed the array. Simple as that. It's a very easy way, nothing difficult. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Alright, so thank you.